Chapter 209. The divine tree gazes into the distance, towards the galaxies shining brightly in the universe. It begins to ponder deeply, realizing that this universe and Earth are not so different. Both are but cages, housing countless creatures of all kinds. Yet, the divine tree cannot suppress the curiosity welling up within. It yearns to explore everything, to observe these worlds, wondering if they are as beautiful as Earth. It doesn't know, but it seems that it will only be able to do so once it has conquered a few void species, which will explore on its behalf and share their visions with it. Or it must evolve to become stronger, to the point where it can freely traverse the vast universe. The purple scythe has successfully evolved, its body emitting a thin layer of faint purple halo. It quietly waits there for its master's command. Indeed, isn't this mantis also a void species? It even has a lady who possesses space magic, the second ambassador. But unfortunately, this girl has not yet achieved the state of surviving in the vacuum of the universe. Glancing at the purple scythe stats a bit, void royal family, purple scythe, transcendent fourth order, innate talent, evolution, the ability to continually adapt and evolve in different environments, becoming stronger, special ability. Void claw, able to bypass the vast majority of physical defenses, piercing through the void. Hunting instinct, able to sense the life force around, breath of the sea, able to adapt to the ocean, like a fish. Void rhythm, capable of void jumping, concealment, disappearing without a trace, including one's presence, dragon scales, unimaginable defense, able to mitigate some elemental damage. Ah, the divine tree squints at this younger brother. After evolving to the fourth order, its body instantly grew to 2 meters and its weight is now comparable to the earthling Ching Chong. Above all, it has developed exactly as the divine tree expected. That is, it possesses all the skills about space. It can survive. It can also hide and assassinate. But the divine tree is also a bit worried, because what kind of assassin is 2 meters long and so bulky? It seems a bit inconvenient, right? Imagine it needs to assassinate the saint of the 10-Nation Alliance, but can't go through his bedroom door because this mantis is too big. The purple scythe tilts its head to look at its master. It seems to have also detected that its master is a bit worried, which makes it worried too. Inadvertently, because of its emotion, its deadly breath continuously spreads around. The divine tree also feels a bit dangerous. It's true, because among all species, the species with space attributes are very strong. Even can be said to be the strongest according to what the divine tree knows. The divine tree looks back at the monster's corpse. Now that the flesh and blood have been given to the mantis, it certainly can't waste its soul. What to do with this soul? The soul of the black dragon has gathered into a ball, as big as a human head, but only as small as the palm of the divine tree. The divine tree silently looks at it, thinking about how to use it properly, knowing that if this soul escapes, the Dark King can resurrect it, or it can resurrect itself. On the other hand, if used properly, it can help the user greatly increase mental strength and spiritual power. After all, this is the soul of one of the most powerful entities on Earth. Ling is sitting on a tree root. She has closed her eyes, entered a meditative state. In this state, she can absorb spiritual power easily and achieve higher efficiency than just sitting still and concentrating normally. Suddenly, a familiar breath appears next to her, calling softly, "Hey Ling." She suddenly opens a beautiful eye to look. It is the divine tree in the form of a purple python. It is holding a brightly glowing pale ball in its mouth, telling Ling that although this piece of soul has been burned a bit, it is still the soul of a powerful beast. For Ling, it is a treasure. Indeed, when looking into the soul ball, Linger detects a dragon inside. She immediately senses the terrifying power it is emitting. She smiles and uses both hands to hold it. This thing will definitely help her level up immediately. Indeed, right after absorbing, Ling's whole body bursts with enormous spiritual power. Around her appear 2 Susanus, one is a purple bug and the other is a white dragon. Could it be that she can now summon 2 Susanus to fight for her? The divine tree is instantly astonished. It seems Ling has successfully evolved to the fourth order. This is excellent. The combat power of Misty Mountain with each member reaching the transcendent fourth order is like a building adding 10 more floors. The light column she creates is a dazzling gold, projected from the sky onto the top of Ling's head. At this moment, the dragon and the mantis roar loudly. Then they follow the light and rush down to her, beginning to merge into her body. This is also the process of restructuring the cells in the body ending. At this moment, she can use not only the power but also the unique skills of that dragon. On her right ear appears a purple earring, and on the left is a silver earring. Each earring symbolizes a beast she has absorbed. As for what else it has, we still don't know. The evolution process is complete. Ling still closes her eyes and stands still until all the energy streams in her body have completely stabilized. The divine tree returns to its original form and approaches Ling to congratulate. She turns around and cheers in happiness. Yes, for Ling, no joy is greater than being with the divine tree and becoming stronger. No matter how cold and cruel she is still a child when she is with her master. Suddenly a scene makes the divine tree feel a bit dumbfounded. What's going on? It's the white tiger. He's roaring loudly. It turns out the white tiger is also entering the evolution process. His whole body lifts into the air, and a golden light beam shines through. The divine tree really doesn't hope the white tiger can evolve in this round, at most reaching third-order peak. The divine tree even thought being near Lam had made him more diligent? Not at all. He just plays games with Lam's younger brother. Only when there is a need to fight does he show up. But the talent and quality of the tiger are too high, coupled with a simple mind has made him one of the easiest individuals to absorb spiritual power and awaken. It's Ching Chong's turn. The dinosaur, the elephant mammoth, and the buffalo demon also start to evolve. This team is, needless to say, very hardworking, especially Ching Chong. Simultaneously, 6 light columns from the sky pour down onto Misty Mountain, creating a magnificent scene. The divine tree at this moment feels exuberant. Nothing is better than watching his younger brothers step up to a new height. The divine tree has been waiting for this day for a long time. When the main forces of Misty Mountain become the pillars of the world, then he can leisurely think about other things. Of course, he has to kick the Dark King back to his world first. Then there are a few more light columns, hoping that the golden monkey also evolves and becomes a legendary entity like Wukong. Besides, do you guys remember the lucky bird? I hope it also evolves into a truly lucky character. Over here, the continent of Australia, the monsters are roaring madly. They are mostly terrifying reptiles, with all kinds from Komodo dragons to crocodiles. Following the orders of the Dark King, they begin to attack human cities, the first step in subduing this world. The superhuman warriors here have had to brace themselves to fight. They have killed countless monsters, but their numbers are huge, and their side has also been nearly wiped out. This guy, after killing a monster, perches on a rock. He needs to rest, wondering in his head whether this is the final charge of the monsters or not. Behind him is a bustling city, but it has sunk into a sea of fire. 14 cities on this continent have been attacked. The scale of destruction is different, but the place where he is receiving orders to defend has been completely broken. The whole has become a blazing hell. At this moment, he is trying to contact his headquarters. Suddenly, a teammate behind him holding a wounded person calls out loudly, "No, this girl has sacrificed. All the people in his team have sacrificed. Their bodies are piled up behind." The guy cries out in despair. The team leader with lifeless eyes looks at the whole tragic scene. Even though the city has been protected, but his entire team has almost all died. The price is too high. The team leader tells his team member to wipe away his tears, because after all their mission has been successful, that is also the only consolation for the deceased, that their sacrifice was not in vain. Both of them stand in silence, as if bidding farewell to their comrades. The glow of the fire and the fluttering ashes paint a somber picture. A team member asks his leader, "What do we do next?" Before the team leader can answer, a stream of luminescent humic acid suddenly pours down on the team member, instantly dissolving him. If the supermetallic body of the monster Zero is only sealed by this acid, then humans are instantly turned into blood. The team leader watches in horror as the last survivor of his team is robbed of his life in such a way. Then, from beneath the ground, gigantic monsters begin to emerge, their large tentacles writhing, a sight to induce revulsion. The team leader quickly recognizes them as Australiths, the destroyers. His face instantly turns pale, drained of all blood. But damn it, the ground continues to crack open. A vast area shatters into fragments. Countless black heads emerge. My God, can you believe it? It's an army of Australiths. You must know that just one of them has exterminated 80 million humans, pushing the entire planet to the brink of extinction. What would happen if the entire army were to march? At this moment, countless blood-red eyes stare intently at the tiny human figure. Leading them seems to be the Dark King himself, with a vertical eye on his forehead. He roars loudly and quick as lightning. The fate of the man comes to an end. End of chapter 209.